Bandai is no stranger to the virtual pet market. In 1996, they launched the Tamagotchi, which became a gigantic hit in Japan. It also led to the discovery that building an emotional connection between a child and a seemingly alive virtual pet would make them incredibly attached and loyal to the brand. Whether or not you find that to be a predatory practice, Bandai noticed this and wanted to capitalize on it while the virtual pet craze was hot. However, Tamagotchi was much more popular with girls than with boys, and Bandai wanted to develop a virtual pet analog to the Tamagotchi targeting boys. Believe it or not, this is where Digimon, digital monsters, came from. While many of us here in the West found out about Digimon in 1999 through the anime on the Fox Kids Saturday morning cartoon block, Digimon virtual pets had already been on the market for 2 years by then. And as with any other Bandai franchise, it eventually blossomed into a massive cross-media project, getting its own manga, video games, films, and trading card game. There are many Digimon-related titles on the WonderSwan to explore, but what makes Digital Monster vs. WonderSwan different from the rest is that it isn't even really a game. Instead, it's a compilation of 5 Digimon virtual pet toys released from December 1997 to May 1998. Digital Monster versions 1 to 4 and Digimon Pendulum 1.0 Nature Spirits. Due to the complexity of Digimon genealogy, each virtual pet toy featured up to 20 Digimon, so I won't list them all here, but you can find a full list over at wikimon.net. This may seem super underwhelming if you're a Digimon fan, but put in context it kinda makes sense. Many of the games released around the WonderSwan's launch period were ports or conversions, so what Digimon games were available for them to port? Well, the Saturn had Digital Monster vs. Digimon Tamer, which is nothing more than an advanced virtual pet game with fancier graphics. Digimon World, which many Western gamers may be familiar with, was released on the PlayStation in Japan in January of 1999. While a Digimon World conversion would have been amazing, remember that Digital Monster vs. WonderSwan was released on March 25, 1999, and therefore it would have been really hard to convert it in time for that window. But that begs the question, did they really need a Digimon title to be released around the WonderSwan's launch? Well, yes. The first season of the Digimon anime, Digimon Adventure, started airing on Fuji TV the week the WonderSwan was released. The entire purpose of Bandai's anime blocks is to serve as a giant commercial for other products revolving around that franchise, and what better way to move WonderSwan sales than to count on the hot new franchise you're betting on? Digital Monster vs. WonderSwan is interesting for a few reasons. The first is that unlike many virtual pet toys, virtual pets in this game do not operate in real time. Yes, there is a clock ticking in the bottom right corner of the screen at all times, but the clock has no relation to the actual current time, and you are given 5 settings to control how quickly time passes for your virtual pets. There's also a handy time jump command that lets you jump ahead in 1, 3, or 5 hour increments, or just skip ahead to the next morning. This makes the WonderSwan version of these virtual pet toys far more appealing. At the time of their release, virtual pets were new enough that they didn't have pause features standard, and events played out in real time, so you had to sit around waiting for things to happen. Now you can enjoy the full Digimon virtual pet experience at your own pace without having your life constantly interrupted by Agumon taking a dump. The second interesting thing about this game is that it was the first WonderSwan title to come with its own accessory, an adapter for the WonderSwan's expansion port that would let it communicate with the original Digital Monster and Digimon Pendulum virtual pet toys. Its usage in this title is fairly modest. You can battle with your friend's Digimon virtual pets, and that's about it. But a year later, the adapter would see its most ambitious use with the release of Digital Partner, which would let you import Digimon from your virtual pet toys and transfer them to the PlayStation's Pocket Digimon World via the Wonder Wave accessory. But let's not get ahead of ourselves, we'll cover that on that episode. Otherwise, this is pretty standard fare for a virtual pet. You can view their status, feed them, train them, clean their poop, turn the lights off, care for them if they're sick or injured, give them potions, and let them sleep. From the net menu, you can battle against other owners of the game or of Digimon virtual pet toys, and you can send your Digimon off on a netcation, which sounds like trading between copies of the game. Overall, this is a pretty sizable upgrade to the Digimon virtual pet experience. Graphics got a meaningful upgrade from the original devices, which featured 18 by 18 pixel representations of all the Digimon on board. And the ability to play it at your own pace on your own schedule does away with all of the societal problems that virtual pets caused during their boom in the late 90s. Its main shortcoming is that it isn't much of a game, and anyone looking for that will be sorely disappointed.